Creating habits to enhance your legal career is the key to your success and, frankly, to your happiness in general. In this episode, I will go over some tips that will assist you in evaluating where you are headed, and where you want to end up. Listen in for more.
Need an extra set of hands for a case that requires a little more investigation work? Check out our proud sponsor of Season 3, Affirm Investigative Solutions, where you get the tailored and personal care for your case when you need it most. With over 10 years of experience, Affirm Investigative Solutions makes the process easy. Set up a call, develop a plan, and then execute that plan. Affirm Investigative Solutions, the litigation partner that has your back.
Hey guys, it's your girl Eda, and welcome to the Let's Talk Paralegal podcast. Today, I want to talk about knowing what you want from your legal career. So how many of us wake up one day and say, I really don't want to go to work. I don't want to deal with the deadlines, the tasks, the managers, the to-do list, the emails, the colleagues. But what is it about your job that you really don't like? Because you can change your job, maybe you already have, and still not be happy or feel fulfilled or feel like you're doing what you want to do. Why is that? Have you ever asked yourself this? I'm going to ask you 3 questions during this episode, and I want you to pause the episode, take out your phone notes app or a pen, a paper, record it, however you want to actually do this. But I really want you to dig into this and start really thinking about the questions I'm about to ask you and really answer them truthfully. Nobody's going to see this unless you want them to. This is just for your personal benefit and for everybody else's ultimately. But at this point, it's for your personal benefit. So, you ready? Here we go with question number 1. Why do you want to advance your legal career? Is it for your family? Is it for yourself? Is it for money? Really digging deep on why you want to advance is important, because that is what's going to keep you going. That's the key to unlocking your full potential and beyond. So really narrowing your why down is imperative. Your answer may look like, well, I want a more flexible schedule, but still want to make more money because I want to spend more time traveling, hanging out with my friends, my family, focusing on my hobbies. That way, when you think about your why, you get excited and motivated, because that's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be excited and you're supposed to be motivated. And we understand that the legal industry is very chaotic at times and very demanding. We know that, obviously, as legal professionals, especially being in the legal profession for over 20 years now myself. I get that. But I still wake up every day and I'm still motivated. I still want to help people. I'm still doing what I love to do. I'm still working in the legal industry. I'm still doing what I want. So you can have that balance. You just have to find out why you want that advancement, and really, what does that look like, and break it down. All right, so hit pause, let that sink in, narrowing why it is important to your advancement of your career. Question number 2, where are you right now in this moment? Are you at the beginning, middle, or long end of your career, which means you've already reached kind of where you want it to be? Maybe your supervisor role, manager role, office manager, your executive paralegal at a boutique law firm. You've already reached where you want to go, but you still don't feel fulfilled. You still want more out of it. So where are you in this moment, in this time of your career? Are you fresh out of the oven? Have you been baking for a long time? Understanding where you stand now can help you get where you want to go. So that kind of brings me to my last question, but I want you to really, really focus in on where are you right now in this moment, and how is that making you feel? Okay, so question number 2, where are you right now in this moment? Question number 3, where do you want to go with it? Do you want a manager position and you're not there yet? Do you want to own or grow your business at this point because you've already done the managerial and you feel like you can do something else with your managerial skills? Do you want to move out of an entry position and go into a higher level position? Maybe you are a receptionist or a legal assistant wanting to move forward to a litigating paralegal. Maybe you're a pre-lit paralegal and want to go into a paralegal position. Maybe you're a paralegal and want to go into a legal tech position or investigative work or whatever the case may be. Where do you want to go with this? Where do you want to go with your career? Have you been in the business for so long that you just want to change? So you kind of want to, like I said, you may have been a paralegal for a while now. So you might want to go into paralegal investigation, paralegal consulting, paralegal coaching, mentoring, education, being a professor at a paralegal studies program or college in general. Exactly where do you want to go? As legal professionals, we have a unique set of skills. I know I sound like that movie. But you do. You have a unique set of skills and they're so transferable to any industry that your skills right now, I don't think you understand or grasp that concept. That is where you live. That's where your limitless potential comes from. That's why, I named our Limitless Paralegal event Limitless, because you truly are, with the skills that we have, our customer experience skills, our investigative skills, our analytical and logical skills, our drafting, our writing, being so meticulous in grammar and spelling, all these skills can amount to anything in any other industry. So I don't want you to feel like you're tapped out if you do feel that way right now. If you feel like you've done it all and you still want more, but you feel like you don't know how, that's great. That's a great position to be in. Most people would envy that position right now, because then you have to look at the other side of the spectrum. And maybe you were there at one point where you were at an entry level position, just wanting to be where you're at now. So understanding how far you've come can really assist you in this process and in actually creating the legal career that you want. So now I'm going to break down those questions that I just asked you to kind of help you, again, process this. So the reason why I asked you to find out your why is because if you don't know why you're wanting to do something, then just doing it to make money is not going to make you happy. So understanding your why is what's going to motivate you. It's what's going to keep you going. There are plenty of other ways to make more money. And honestly, they may even be less stressful than being a legal professional. So just making more money is definitely not, a reason to grow your legal career. And it's probably less stressful too. Like I know a lot of dog walkers that make good money. Maybe you want to do like arts and crafts, which I know that's not less stressful, but I mean, it's more entertaining for sure. So just doing it for the money is not really, shouldn't really be the main reason that you want. You have to have a purpose, right? You have to have that gives you that motivation and that ambition. There has to be a reason. Maybe you want to improve the client experience. Maybe you want to change the legal industry from the inside out, like I do, changing the status quo, making a disruption, giving, legal assistance, affordable legal assistance to all. I mean, there's plenty of other things that you can do within the legal industry. Become an advocate for your community, for the legal community, for your particular ethnicity. If you feel like maybe you're being underrepresented, there has to be a purpose, right? There has to be, hey, look at me, I did it, you can do it too, and you can probably even do it better. Look, I just got chills by saying that out loud. So really understanding, do you want to continue to serve these clients and continue to serve the legal community to the best of your ability? Do you want to make a difference, right? Everything I just said. Or are you just collecting a paycheck at this point? I mean, these scenarios are crucial to your success. If your heart's not in it, I'm sorry to tell you, but your bank account is not going to make it any better. It's not going to matter what's in your bank account at that point. So sorry, tough love today. But knowing where you are today will help you celebrate where you are tomorrow. So there's a saying in Spanish that I'm going to try and roughly translate that states to only look back when you want more ignition. But the truth is that we need to evaluate where we have been in order to know how far we have come. You are not the same person you were 5 years ago that you are today. Let's be real. So soak that in for a second. Let that reminisce. Remember that time when you got your first legal position job, and where you are now. And maybe you are there right now. So how do you want that to look like in the 5 years from now, right? Look at yourself now, analyze where you're at now so that you can really soak that in 5 years from now. Where you want to go is also important. Like I always say, the GPS cannot take you anywhere if it doesn't have an address to take you to. Setting realistic expectations, practical steps to your ultimate goal will allow you to see the massive goal in a broken down format. So breaking it step by step, right? So let's say, for example, you are at the entry level position and you want to become, for now, you want to do the litigation paralegal. So maybe one goal is start taking CLE courses, even if you're not certified, to learn about litigation paralegals, about drafting and legal research and all the investigative, everything that you don't do. So maybe that's one step. Take 2 or 3 CLEs a month. Okay, that's one step for you to get there. Shadow another paralegal, someone that you notice that the attorneys keep going to and really dependent on. You can identify them very easily when they're out on vacation or they're out sick, and the attorneys are going crazy trying to find someone to help them. So understanding that there are little steps to get to your main goal is really important. And it's really important to set it, right? It's not just like, yeah, that's my goal. Well, how are you going to get to that goal? You need to set that, right? So, we hear about these success stories and you see all these memes about the iceberg, and everything that it took for the iceberg to be there. And we all understand at this point, we should understand that no success story was made overnight. It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of ambition, a lot of proactiveness, a lot of initiative. I mean, no one's going to hand this to you, nobody's going to hand this opportunity to you. You need to go and find that opportunity, ask for promotions, and do all the good things. If you didn't listen to our first episode of the season, definitely if answering this question will definitely help you set those baby steps for you. And there shouldn't be an exception to the rule. A lot of people think, well, just because they did it doesn't mean I can do it. There's no such thing. Everybody's journey is different, and I need you to understand that. It's also going to allow you to celebrate along the way. So once you've accomplished that baby step, you can celebrate, take a dance, buy your favorite dessert, whatever, celebrate your little wins, because they're not so little. They're going to get you to the main goal. And then always remember to celebrate them and learn from your losses, right? Because we all like to focus on our wins, kind of like my conversation that you'll hear later on in the season with Diani. We all love to celebrate our wins, but we need to learn from our losses as well. We see our losses and our failures as a bad thing, and we really work hard to ignore them, but that shouldn't be. You should really understand that your losses and your failures, or what you see as losses and failures, are actually stepping stones to something bigger and better, and you learn from it. They're lessons that you particularly are going to learn that maybe nobody else learned in that way. So whatever you learn from that is what's going to create that dynamic. It's what makes you unique. It's what makes you you. It's kind of like our mechanisms, right? It's why we look different. It's why we act different, speak different. If we were all the same, it would be a boring life for sure. But anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to get off my soapbox, but I want you to really, really, really take in this episode and replay it and subscribe and do all the things, because I really, really, really want you to understand that the reason you are unhappy is because you haven't tapped into your full potential and you haven't found that passion. It could just be as simple as changing practice of law. Maybe you're practicing in a certain practice of law where it's super demanding. Maybe you don't want to be a litigating paralegal and you just want to go into intake and really interact a lot more with the clients and be that client experience. So understanding what your want and what really fills your cup is going to be important in this process. So anyway, until justice is served. I'll be here, guys. Talk to you later.